Hey, this is Pilar El Camarines, your physical science teacher, and today we will be talking all about biological macromolecules. But before we continue with our topic, I would like you to answer first the pretest. All the questions are on in this link via Google Form. Macromolecules. So what are they? They are large organic molecules such as carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids. Now, most of them are organic compounds, and the functional group determines their chemical properties. Biomolecules have a huge variety of functions, such as storing energy, protection, etc. Now, let's talk about the different types of macromolecules. Let's talk about the first type of macromolecules, which are carbohydrates. Now, carbohydrates may be broken down as carbon and hydrate. Another term for this is saccharide. Now, carbohydrates are grouped either simple or complex. Now, simple sugars are called monosaccharides and disaccharides. Complex sugars are called polysaccharides. They are the primary energy source of the human body. Now, the excessive consumption of carbohydrates is converted into glycogen, which is stored in the liver and muscles. Now, what is this glycogen? Glycogen is a slow-releasing carbohydrate, which is the stock energy of our body. Now, let's discuss the different types of carbohydrates. First is monosaccharides or simple sugar, or another term is one sugar. Now it has a different types. They are glucose, which is used in dextrose, blood sugar, the form utilized by the human body. Galactose, they are found in milk and milk products. Fructose, it is found in fruits and honey. Next is disaccharides or two sugars, and its classifications are maltose, which is glucose plus glucose, and it is found in malt. Sucrose, that is glucose plus fructose, they are found in regular table sugar, sugar cane, and sugar beet. Lactose, that is glucose plus galactose, found in milk and milk products. Now, the last type of carbohydrates are polysaccharides or many sugars, and its classifications are as follows. Starch or amylose, they are a storage form of glucose that are found in plants. Amylopectin, also another storage form of glucose that are found in plants. Glycogen, storage form of glucose found in animals. It is stored in the liver and muscles. And cellulose, they are the structural materials in plants found in cell wall in wood, wood fiber that cannot be digested by humans. Now here is an image of the types of carbohydrates or carbohydrate-rich food. As you can see here, the sugars, pulses, nuts, cereals, maize or corn, oilseeds, potatoes, soybeans, chicory, Jerusalem, onions, asparagus, artichoke, leeks, and also carbohydrates can be found in different types of milk products, and also they are found in vegetables and fruits. Now I have an activity here that you can answer in your papers. Write inside the first plate an example of food rich in carbohydrates that you have eaten a while ago and tell us what you feel after eating it. Answer the question, what did you feel after eating the food rich in carbohydrates. Now let's talk about the second type of macromolecules, which are the lipids or fats. Lipids or fats are important nutrients in the body. They are insoluble in water and they have different functions such as material for cell membrane, insulation to maintain body temperature. They also aid in digestion and they also act as signal molecules. They have different classifications such as triglyceride, phospholipid, wax, and steroid. Let's talk about the different examples of lipids. Now, let's talk about the most common examples of lipids, which are fat and oil. They are under triglycerides because they are composed of glycerol and three fatty acids. Fat refers to solid triglyceride, usually from animal sources such as meat, milk, butter, margarine, eggs, and cheese. Oil, on the other hand, refers to liquid triglycerides from plant sources. Examples are olive oil, corn oil, sunflower oil, and soybean oil. Animal fats contain high percentages of saturated fatty acids, while plant oils are mostly unsaturated fatty acids. That is why it is more healthy to use plant oils than animal fats. Now, let me show you an image about foods that are high in fat. Examples are fatty meats and fish, avocado, cheese, nuts and seeds, chocolate, and butter. This is the continuation of the activity I have given a while ago. This is right inside the second plate an example of food rich in lipids that you have eaten a while ago. Then answer the question, what did you feel after eating the food rich in lipids? Now let's talk about the third type of macromolecules, which are proteins. Proteins are composed of four elements, namely carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. Sulfur and other metals are sometimes found in proteins, and proteins are made up of amino acids. Now here are some types of proteins. First is keratin. It is a structural protein found in hair, skin, and nails. Next is fibrin or silk protein. Fibrin is found in silk. Silk has a smooth and soft texture. It is one of the strongest natural fibers that have high resistance to deformation, and it is also a good insulating material. Next is collagen. It is a major insoluble fibrous protein found in connective tissues such as tendons, ligaments, skin, cartilage, and the cornea of the eye. It comprises as much as 30% of proteins in animals. Next are enzymes, and it functions to catalyze chemical reactions, such as they either speed up a reaction, lower the needed energy for a reaction to take place, bind substances to their specific partners. Examples of enzymes are as follows. First, lipase, help in digestion of fats. Pepsin, help in breaking down proteins into peptides or smaller units. And lastly, sucrase, also called invertase, help in the digestion of sugars and starches. Last examples of proteins is myoglobin. It is a polypeptide that stores oxygen in muscles. It contains a heme group which has an iron where the oxygen is stored. Here is an image about different types of proteins that can be found in food, either plant-based or animal-based. You can see here eggs, chicken, grilled fish, cheese, cottage cheese, canned tuna or salmon, reduced fat yogurt, low fat milk, lean beef, lamb or pork, and fromage frais. In plant-based, you have wholemeal bread, baked beans, whole grain cereal, tofu, seeds, pasta, cooked rice, soy milk, soy meat, or lentils. This image shows approximately 10 grams of protein in each food. They are also rich in nutrients and have low moderate fat content. Now here is the third part of our activity. Right inside the third plate, an example of food rich in protein that you have eaten a while ago, and tell us what you feel about what you have eaten. Answer the following question. What did you feel after eating the protein-rich food? Now let's talk about the fourth type of macromolecules, which are the nucleic acids. Nucleic acids play an essential role in the storage, transfer, and expression of genetic information. They are composed of nucleotides. They are also known as polynucleotides. Three parts of nucleotide are nitrogenous base, 5-carbon carbohydrate or sugar, and phosphate group. Now let's talk about the two types of nucleic acids. First is DNA or deoxyribonucleic acid. It is a nucleic acid that carries the genetic code of all organisms. It is fondly termed as the blueprint of life. Second is RNA or ribonucleic acid. It carries the information from the DNA to the cellular factories for the synthesis of proteins. Now here is an image that shows the differences between DNA and RNA. As you can see here, DNA has base pairings. This is the so-called double strand, and RNA has only a single strand. Now, the nucleobases of DNA are composed of thymine, cytosine, adenine, and guanine, while RNA are composed of uracil, cytosine, adenine, and guanine. RNA have uracil, while DNA have thymine. Now, this is the last part of our activity. Write inside the glass the function of nucleic acids. Before we end our discussion, I would like you to answer the questions for our post test that are posted in this link via Google form below. Thank you for listening. Good day and God bless us all. This is Valerie Camarines, your physical science teacher, signing off.